Hey guys, it's Bree and welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I'm going to be going over my 2021 manga reading goals. Now these goals are quite general and actually cover some of my collecting habits as well as just my general social media habits having to do with manga. Also, I am so sorry for the lighting in this video. It is so whack because I just have like a lamp over here and you'll see shadows, very fun. But also it is literally 3 p.m. when I am filming this with the perfectly clear sky and there is no sun in sight. That's basically just how it is in Canada during the winter, especially where I live. There is very limited sunlight hours. Anyways, for this list of goals, I wanted to keep it really brief and easy, but I've been finding that I've been getting into a lot of really bad habits with manga that I wanted to rectify in 2021. Now, let's just jump into the goals. So my first goal on this list is to keep better track of my manga reading. Every month I do a manga reading wrap-up where I talk about which manga I read in that month, and usually it is such a scramble to like figure out which volumes I want to talk about and which series I want to talk about because I don't always remember what I actually read in that month. So I want to just keep better track of that, and also that will help me bring up even more series into those videos. Maybe I'll make those videos so that they encompass everything that I read in the month. Right now I've been doing basically 5 volumes per video. Maybe I can up that to more realistically what I read, which is somewhere closer to 40 volumes. Also in those videos, I don't usually include anything that I read digitally. I actually discount a lot of my digital reading in general, which brings me to goal number 2, which is to read and share more digital manga titles. In general, I read a lot of manga digitally. I own a lot of digital volumes that I've collected from Kodansha's Humble Bundles, as well as I read quite a bit on Renta, and I just haven't really shared any of that reading yet. Am I embarrassed by the Renta reading? Yeah, a little, so that's mostly why I haven't shared that. But I think for the new year, I want to share a lot more of what I've been reading and a lot more of what really interests me. So my third manga goal for 2021 has to do more with my collection. For 2021, I want to really focus in on finishing collecting series that I am still behind on in my collection. A really good example of a series that I'm really far behind on is The Girl from the Other Side. I really like that series and I have no idea why I stopped collecting at volume 4. I really need to catch up. I also want to get more volumes of Land of the Lustrous, and I really want to finish collecting Oku as well as get more volumes of What Did You Eat Yesterday. Another series I want to finish collecting is Godchild. So yes, I want to focus a lot of my manga buying for 2021 on finishing collecting series that I can pick up really easily. The fourth goal for 2021 manga reading is to actually diversify my reading a lot more. I typically stick to mostly shoujo series, actually, especially within my collection. I think that more than half of my physical manga collection is just shoujo, which is crazy to me because to me it doesn't feel like that because of course like shoujo is just a demographic, so it's not actually like a genre. There's a ton of smaller genres within that, but for the most part most of my manga reading is within the shoujo demographic, which I want to branch out more from. I definitely want to read a lot more seinen in particular. I haven't read a ton of seinen, and there are a few series that I have been eyeing, as well as josei, which I have recently been getting a lot better at, is reading josei demographic series. I find that josei just hits so right. I guess because I'm actually within that demographic, the stories that they tell are relevant to me, so definitely want to read more of that. And then of course I do want to check out some more shonen. However, a lot of very popular main shonen hasn't really interested me, but hopefully I can find some series in that demographic that interest me. So my fifth goal on this list is actually more social media related, and it is to post more to my Instagram. I was really good at posting to my Instagram when I first got it. I liked taking really aesthetic photos of different manga, and it was a lot of fun. And then all of the sunlight went away in where I live, so it became very hard to take photos. And I really need to book time within my schedule to actually take photos for Instagram and post it, because I really want to grow my Instagram and actually make it a place where I can talk about even like my manga tube videos, because I actually haven't done that yet. I haven't advertised it at all. I'm just like, in the description of my manga tube videos, I put a link to my Instagram, but on my Instagram page, I have no links to my YouTube channel. It's mostly because people I know in my real life follow me on my Instagram page, but don't follow me on my YouTube. But I really want to flip that and actually start advertising my YouTube on my Instagram page, as well as just grow my audience a little bit more through Instagram, because that is definitely a platform that I know more how to use than YouTube. All right, so on to my sixth goal for 2021, and it is to reread some of the manga series that are already on my shelf, as well as finish reading my physical TBR for manga. There's a lot of great series that I have on my shelf. I literally started collecting manga in 2010, so 10 years ago, and some of that manga that I collected back in 2010, I haven't touched since then. So I really want to focus on rereading those series, revisiting them, figuring out if I like them, and figuring out if I want to keep them. I also want to clear out my physical TBR. Right now, it is sitting at 111 books, which is a lot of books that I have not read yet. In my defense though, 50 of those books I had bought recently through sales, so I don't physically have them in my hands to read, so that makes it so that I can't read them anyways. And also, a few of those books on my physical TBR are books that I am missing volumes from the series from, so I could only read up to a certain extent before I had to stop reading the series and wait to actually collect and fill in those gaps. So yeah, in 2021, I really want to cut down my physical TBR. I actually want it to be less than 5% of my collection. Right now it's sitting around 15% of my collection, which is way too much. Way too many volumes, especially when you think about it as 111 volumes. Speaking of the size of my collection, in 2021, I really want to think about downsizing my collection. Right now I am sitting at over 750 manga volumes in my collection, which is honestly a lot. It is more than I intended to keep. When I was imagining my collection, I actually wanted it to be closer to 500 volumes, and of course it grew way bigger than that. So in 2021, I really want to sort out what I want to get rid of and see if I can sell them off or if I'm just going to donate them all. It really depends on the condition of the volumes or the rarity or just general interest in people owning the series. So yes, if I do end up listing anything to eBay, I will definitely be linking the eBay in whatever video I announce that in, so watch out for that. But yeah, definitely want to downsize my collection. I am going to be moving out, hopefully, in 2021, so I definitely don't want to bring all of these books with me. That would be a very big move. Finally, on my list of goals for 2021 is to film some of the basic videos that I am missing from my channel. I still have not filmed an actual collection tour. Like, I have not shown you guys what my collection actually looks like and what it consists of. The main reason for that is because I only really have one shelf that I put manga on, and this shelf right here probably fits around 250 volumes out of my 750 manga collection. And it is freaking triple layered back here. Like, it is 3 layers of manga back. So I don't really have a good way of displaying manga. Like, some people do their collection tours and it's literally like they're touring a library. Like, they have it all on shelves, all neatly, alphabetically. That is not how my collection is. It is like in boxes for the most part, or like shoved behind these shelves or underneath places. So very hard to display. I haven't really figured out a format for going through my collection. Maybe I'll do it in parts and just show like big chunks of my collection. But even then, I haven't really decided how I want to organize it. So if you have any suggestions of how I should maybe do that video, definitely let me know down below, because I am looking for the best way for me to display my manga and show you guys my collection. I also really want to do a video on my top 10 manga series of all time, as well as I really want to do some other types of videos. I want to do a video just talking about visual novels, probably. I'm starting to get into reading more visual novels and it kind of overlaps with manga, so I figured it might be kind of interesting, maybe. You'll have to let me know if you'd be interested in that. But yeah, I also want to film in 2021 a lot more manga reviews and dedicated reviews, and part of that goal kind of ties into my goal with keeping better track of what I am reading and kind of being more conscious of what I am reading and conscious of the themes, as well as reading it a little bit more critically. A lot of the time when I read manga right now, it's to kind of unwind, so I don't really focus too hard on the plot or what the author is trying to tell me or anything like that. I'm just like reading it for pure enjoyment. But I think that is something that I definitely want to think about for 2021. Anyways, that is all of my manga reading goals for 2021. Let me know in the comments if you have any goals for yourself for 2021. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!